Oh, it's recording already. Are you still there, Bruna?
Hello, yeah.
Yeah, you're there. Okay, good. Hello, Henry Coles.
Hello, good morning.
How are you?
Hi again, Bruna, and good morning, Christian.
Hi.
Doing great?
Yes, so far everything's doing good.
So far, so good.
So far, so good.
Excellent. That's good to hear. This is your third class today or second class?
Our second class.
Yeah, so Monday and Wednesday, you have only 2 classes, right?
Only 2 classes in structure and composition with Dr. Berting, and now with you.
Okay. Hello, Jahin and Hanwen.
Hello.
Hello, teacher.
How are you guys?
Good.
Good.
Yeah. E, do you have a life? Is that a life jacket or what?
Yes.
It's a life jacket. Do you know what is a life jacket? The thing when you swim, if you cannot swim, you put on yourself so you don't drown. Okay. she didn't get it, right? Did you get it, E?
No.
You don't get my point.
I don't get it. But
Jain, can you explain to her?
You
Yeah. 救生衣，老师说你穿了个救生衣。
我理解他的意思，但是我不知道怎么跟他说，因为我觉得这不是救生衣。Maybe you think the color is like the like.
Yeah, because I only see this part. I don't see the whole thing. That's why. That's good. I was just joking.
This is my favorite color.
Red?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Orange.
It's my second favorite.
This is not red, Christian. This is orange.
This is my favorite color. Oh, this is orange, right? Not red. Actually, okay. That's good. All right. So let's see who is not here. We can get started. I'm going to show you my screen to share my plan for today. 1 second. All right, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Give me 1 tiny second. All right. So this is how we're going to do it. Usually it's going to be our plan. I want to start with a proverb or a quote just to, get you, wait for people who are late, but you get a chance to speak a little bit and also to learn something new. Okay. I don't know about you guys, but I always loved learning proverbs. It helps you speak better when you run out of ideas. If you can remember a proverb, a quote, you can use that in your speech. So the first proverb we got for today, actually it's a quote, not a proverb. Learning is not a spectator sport. Does anybody understand? Learning is not a spectator sport. Anybody knows? Do you understand what this means?
It would be like something like not watching.
Not watching, which means what?
Is something active.
Something active, which means?
Which means
enjoy.
Okay, you have to join. That's correct. So if you want to learn English, what do you need to do?
Practice.
Practice. Be here. Be involved. Join. Participate. Don't just watch. all right? You know, when I was learning Spanish, I have a motto for myself. I would never leave the class and go back home without saying at least 2 sentences in the class. That was my motto. So I would never go to a class, not speak at all, and go home. That was never gonna happen. So you can have your own motto like this, you know, anytime you attend an ESL class, make sure you say something, you talk, you participate, okay? All right, the next thing we're gonna do, we'll talk about the lecture. I think I asked you guys to read a little bit, so we're gonna go over that. And then right after this, we're gonna have a breakout room discussion. And we'll talk about groups. I told you we're gonna have a lot of different presentations in this class. There'll be pair presentation, group presentation, and then individual presentations. That's a lot, right? But it's good. Again, practice makes perfect, right? So we'll talk about that and then your homework. Any questions?
No.
No.
Good. All right, good. So this is what I want to do every day when we meet, so you guys have an idea what we're going to talk about. So let's begin with the lecture. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Excellent. So this PowerPoint, I think I asked you guys to read. Did you guys read it? Take a look.
Yeah.
Yes. I see 2 heads like this. The others are not doing anything.
I read it.
You did? Okay, very good. I see more heads now. Excellent. Yeah. Good, good, good. It's always good to have an idea about the lecture beforehand, so you can be better prepared. If you have questions, for example, then we can talk about the questions. Okay. So what is nonprofit? What do we call a nonprofit organization? As you can see, nonprofits are, again, it's a nonprofit organization. You can just say nonprofits or nonprofit organizations. Okay, either way, it doesn't matter. So they provide a service, can be any kind of service. And because we say nonprofit, they do not make a profit. That's why we call them nonprofit organizations, right? So they don't make any benefit. They don't get money out of it, okay? Usually you're gonna have 1 or 2 people who are full-time, so they get paid, of course. But most of the people who work there are volunteers, okay? They just do it for fun, for extra time, or to help the community, okay? Now, how do these people exist? If they don't make money, how come they survive? They usually get grants from either the government or philanthropist. You know, philanthropist? Have you heard about this word, philanthropist? Yes or no?
Yes. Like
Okay.
Elon Musk.
Yeah, philanthropist. A philanthropist is like a rich person who usually donates money to organizations or to poor people, like Bill Gates, Oprah, you know, Bezos, things like that. People like this, they give away money to help these kind of organizations. So that's how they survive. And they got donation from people like you and me. If you watch TV, sometimes you see an advertisement. People say, oh, you can contribute $15 a month. That's how we help animals or stuff like that, you know. So people like you and me can contribute as well, small amounts, okay? All right, so your first presentation is gonna be leading a whole class discussion. So you'll be working in groups, okay? You're gonna choose a nonprofit organization. I'm gonna show you a list later. I'm gonna put you in your groups. You guys are gonna talk and you're gonna decide which nonprofit organization you wanna talk about, okay? Now this is called a leading a whole class discussion, which means what? You're gonna have a presentation maybe for 7 or 8 minutes, and then open a discussion for the whole class to ask you questions, or you can ask questions to the audience as well, okay? So it becomes more interactive. All right, like I said, it's gonna be groups of 3 or 4. Actually, I already made the groups, so it's gonna be 4 people in one group, okay? And as you can see now, I'm giving you a presentation, right? But it's just me. But when you do with your groups, each one has a part to talk about, and then you share information. So somebody can talk for 2 minutes, give the floor to somebody else, talk for 2 minutes, and then transition to somebody else, all right? If you have any questions, stop me anytime, okay? All right, so this is what I'm gonna talk about today. The Canine Companions for Independence, CCI Georgia, a non-profit organization. Has anybody heard about this group before? No?
No.
Okay, very good. So I'm glad you didn't. So Canine Companions for Independence, it is a non-profit organization, and this is their mission statement. Canine Companions for Independence is a non-profit organization that enhances the lives of people with disabilities by providing highly trained assistant dogs and ongoing support to ensure quality partnership. So basically, they train canine dogs. Everybody knows canine? There's a picture there, the previous slide. Go back, yeah, this one. These types of dogs. So this organization will train them, and then people can use those dogs to help, overcome their disabilities. So if you are deaf, for example, you can use one of those dogs, and those dogs can tell you maybe what you're missing. If you're blind, you see this a lot, maybe in the street, blind people with a dog guiding them. Okay, so that's what this organization does. Now, what are some of the benefits of these dogs, or dogs in general? All right, so if you have a dog at home, it doesn't matter if it's canine or any other dog, you have a lower rate of heart disease. Did you know that? Right, so dogs can help you lower your rate of heart disease. Children with autism or old people who have Alzheimer's disease usually function better when they have a dog, okay? It's easier with, especially autistic kids, to relate to this kind of dog. We read a book last term. Jai, you remember the book? You were in my reading book, right? My reading class, yeah. What was the title? The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime. There was an autistic boy in the novel who had, what kind of pet was it, Jayan?
Rat.
What pet? A rat.
Right.
He had a rat as a pet. Can you believe that? A rat.
Yes. Not mouse.
A big mouse, yeah. Not a mouse. He had a rat as a pet. And that's how he was able to, overcome his disease, okay? And you also feel less lonely. So if you have a dog or a cat or any kind of pet, usually you don't feel as lonely as people who don't have anybody at home at all. Do you agree?
Yeah.
For the most part, it's true, right? Yeah. And I remember my wife was in China for 2.5 months, but I have my little puppy here. We played all the time, so I, to overcome my loneliness. But now she's back, I don't care about him anymore. That's what humans do that, right? We are so ungrateful. Okay. When she goes back, I will say, hey, come back here, let's play again. All right. What is the history of the Canine Companion for Independence. So this organization was founded in 1975. Okay, that's a little while ago. Okay, in California. And the first service dog, the name was Jake. Okay, he was placed with its companion, as you can see in the picture. Okay, so that was the first dog that Canine for Independence did for this little boy. In December 98, okay, the Southeastern region was established. Southeastern is like more the South, Atlanta, Virginia, New York, you know, this part of the country. So that's when they began having their own CCI. And 6,212 graduate teams placed since the funding. So over 6,000 dogs have been placed since the funding in 1975. It's amazing, right? Yeah. All right, now what do CCI dogs serve? So they serve people with disabilities. And this is just a short list. There are more than that. But those disabilities include spinal cord injury, everybody know the spinal, right? It's like your backbone. If this is messed up, what happens if your spine is messed up? You cannot walk anymore. Okay, you're gonna be on a wheelchair forever. Okay, multiple sclerosis. This is like a damage to your brain. So usually you cannot really communicate. You know, your brain and your language skills, everything is messed up. You know, people, you know, they cannot really alter words. Okay, cerebral palsy, that's another type of disease that puts you in a wheelchair. Okay, autism, we talked about autism already. That's another type of disease, usually for kids. And they act a little strange. Little things can get them angry. You know, they like strange things. They don't want people to touch them. You know, they don't like to talk to strangers, things like that. Okay, deaf people, okay. Down syndrome, medical rehabilitation. If you had an accident, for example, and then the doctors want you to get rehabilitation, you know, this kind of company can help you with a dog, train you how to get back to your feet. And of course, military veterans. You know, a lot of veterans come back, maybe there's no more arm, no legs, you know, things like that. One eye is gone. So these kind of dogs can also help, okay? All right, so these are the different types of dog service. So service dogs, skill companion dogs, facility dogs, hearing dogs. So 4 different types. Now, service is more general, so it can be for anything, okay? Skill companion dog, what do you think skilled companion dogs would be? The word skill is very important. So maybe hearing, right? If you cannot hear, a dog can help you, okay? Some people have dogs that will turn on the TV or the lights or things like that in their home. You know that, right? Press the elevator button for them to go up. Can you believe that? Some dogs do this, right?
I didn't know that.
Huh?
I didn't know that.
You didn't know? Yeah, it's possible. They're trained. They really train, you know? If, for example, you live by yourself with a dog and you pass out, the dog will know what to do to attract attention to people. You know, there's a button maybe in the house you can press to 911, stuff like that. They're trained for that, okay? Facility dogs, and of course, hearing dogs. All right, these are some examples. So Derek, somebody who is blind, legally blind. You know the difference when you say legally blind? Like he is blind, it's proven that he is blind, okay? And because of diabetes, poor health care, You know, sometimes when you eat bad food, you don't take care of yourself, of your health, these kind of things can happen. I told you on Monday that I was watching some TED Talks, and one of the things I learned was the connection between your brain and your gut, your belly, your stomach. So when you eat bad foods, you know, your brain, it damages not just your stomach, but your brain as well. You know, this kind of diabetes can create something in your brain. You know, the brain controls everything, right? So anything you eat, your stress, all of this can affect your brain. It's not just any part of your body, okay? All right, this is another example. So Daniel suffered from what? PTSD, post-traumatic stress syndrome. Most of these people will go to war when they come back, you know, because they have some really bad memories. Let's imagine you're 20 people in a war, 19 got killed except you. Your best friend got killed. You know, when you come back, you are not yourself anymore, okay? So you have trauma. So these kind of dogs can help give you more, you know, relief, lower your stress, you know, stuff like that. Helping military veterans. Okay, that's an example I just told you about. So again, I told you these people come back a lot with no limbs, no legs, no arms, one eye gone and stuff like that. These dogs also help them. And a lot of these people, when they come back, they have no more families, you know, so they're by themselves. They also help kids with disabilities, okay? So this is an example. You can see Christy. She's missing what? No arms, right? So she doesn't have any arm, but she has a dog, so the dog can take her anywhere she wants to. The dog can fetch stuff for her, you know. This is another example. This professor is deaf, okay? So she cannot hear. So her dog, of course, will help her, you know. So these are good examples, real examples, and it's true. Again, if you watch TV a lot, you're gonna see a lot of advertisements about these kind of organizations. And Bruna, you say? See what this dog is doing? Huh?
That's so
right?
interesting.
It's amazing. I mean, it's amazing what they can do. Super amazing. So I don't know exactly what this dog is doing, but my guess is that he's dialing something, right? Maybe
Yeah,
dialing, there's a bell you have to ring before you get into this door, things like that. You know, they can do it for you. All right. These are a few events at CCI. You guys don't need to attend, but just general ideas. They have graduations. Can you believe that? So the dogs will graduate, you know, that's amazing, right? Yeah. And one of the things a major thing that happened a few years ago, if you were here 4 years ago, I believe, there was a bomb in Boston, the Boston Marathon. Anybody heard about this? No? Who's been here for more than 4 years? Anybody? No? Okay. But you know, marathon is like many people get together and they run over like 5 miles. Somebody put a bomb while everybody was running. So a lot of people died. Some people lost their limbs, you know. So these dogs helped victims during the bombing. And CCI marched in the 57th presidential inaugural parade in Washington, DC. So it's a big company people know about, you know, they're really helpful for a lot of Americans with disabilities. Okay, what kind of volunteers are there at this organization? Breeder caretakers, you know, so if the puppies, they're still little puppies, you know, you guys can take care of them, feed them, okay? You can raise the puppies until they become grown up. You don't have to work directly with the dogs. You can just work in the office to assist, with paperwork and stuff like that. There are a lot of events going on. If you want to join the events, you can do that as well. And fundraising, if you want to contribute money, that's up to you. I don't know how much they ask, but you can find out on their website if you want to contribute, especially if you want to help disabled people. All right, social issues connect to CCI. So again, it's got kind of a summary. So they assist people with disabilities, and disabilities include deafness, blindness, physical disability, autism, PTSD, and stuff like that. All right, so this is our conclusion. So what is CCI? It's a national nonprofit organization which totally relies on volunteers. Like I said, they may have 1 or 2 people who get paid because they're full-time, but most of the people who work there are volunteers, okay? They place canine companions with teammates, to help people who, if, for example, you can make a request and then it's gonna go to the office and then your request can be processed and they'll assess what kind of need you have. And then they'll decide which dog will best serve you. All right, volunteers do a variety of tasks. Okay, puppy raising is the most important. So basically you help raise puppies. So these dogs, of course, people get them when they're still little, right? It makes sense. You cannot get the dog when he's already 5 years old. There is no way you can train him or her. So they're still puppies. So your job is to help train and raise the puppies, okay? And of course, you can help distribute or give the dogs to people with disabilities, okay? All right, so this is it about CCI, okay? And now what I want you to do, like I told you, I'm gonna split you guys in groups, okay? There'll be 2 things to do in your groups. The first one, I have a list of questions about this organization, which I want you guys to talk about in your groups. And after that, you will decide which nonprofit organization you want to work on, okay? So I'm gonna show you your groups. This is gonna be the questions. And this is already in iCollege. So you can just download it or you can copy and paste on your computer. So just 4 questions I want you to talk about. And I'm gonna show you your group members. I need to stop this first. And here. All right, these are the groups. So group 1 is gonna be Amna. Amna is not here yet. She's coming, I think, next week. So Amna, Jayin, Anais, and Cindy. Is Cindy here? I didn't hear her today. Where's my pen? All right, thank you. So this is group 1. Group 2, Hanwen. Okay, Alessandra, Bruna, and E. And group 3, Inue, Henricos, Cumin, and Tran Fong. Okay. So let me put you guys in your groups. Let me take a note. All right. So Jayin, Amna, Anais, and Sandy, and Wen, Alejandra, Bruna, and E. Let me stop this. So I'm gonna put you in your groups now. some of your group members are missing, which is unfortunate. Okay. T, your real name is Tren, right? Okay, good. All right, 1, 2, 3 groups. Assign manually. Group 1. Anais, Jain, Cindy. Oh, Jain and Anais, you are missing 2 people. I'm sorry. All right, and then group 2. Anwen. Okay. E. Okay, and who is this? Bruna. And who? Okay. Let me see here. What is that? Bruna and Alejandra. She's not here either. All right. E and Funwen, you guys are missing 1 person as well. Okay. Enrico. All right, here we go. Join the group.
Maybe I can do another experience with dog to see how will I feel, for example, comfortable with them. But I had a cat once, and it was very, very nice companion for me.
Yeah, I know. Cat is convenient than dog.
Yeah.
I hate cats.
And Yuti, Yingwe, experience with pet or no, not yet, or
No pets right now.
No pets.
no pets, but in the future, do you think that you will get a pet, and what kind of pet would you like to get?
Maybe I'm thinking get a dog in the future.
A dog?
Yeah,
Oh, very nice.
I prefer dog than cat.
And you will prepare to take care of this dog, eh?
I'm not sure.
No? Okay. We'll go for the first question.
Excellent.
T, can you read the first question for us, please?
Is it very common for people in the US to have dogs and cats as their pets?
Can help their health in the morning and in the evening. Yeah.
But dogs and pets are very intelligent. They are smart, very, very smart.
Very what?
Yeah.
Smart?
Yeah, smart.
Oh, okay. Some of them, not all of them.
Yeah, it's very smart.
The trained dogs are smart.
But yeah, they are smarter, but basically the pets
I think
are
all of them are, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me,
Because
my dog is not very smart. He was trying to get some squirrels. You know the squirrels, they climb the trees so quick.
Ah.
And they're on the tree and they look at him and he's barking. Now guess what he wants to try to catch? Birds.
Oh.
Like a
You
cat.
think-
He wants.
Yeah, he cannot get the squirrels. Now he wants to try to catch the birds. That's not very smart, right?
Yeah, I think it's young, so
He's still young. Okay,
It's
so
too
he's
young.
thinking like a young dog. Okay, I got it. That's interesting.
It's okay.
All right, what question are you on now?
Number 2, but now number 3.
All right, keep going. I'll be right back.
Okay. Do you or did you even have a pet? If yes, tell the group what kind of animal you have.
Never heard of it before, to be honest with you.
Which one?
Teacher, you know the dog name Samoyed?
Samoyed.
Samoyed.
It's a kind of
Dog.
dog.
Yeah.
Samoyed.
Samoyed.
I've
No, I
never heard of it.
Tell me about him.
How to say?
Tell me about him.
Maybe the Chinese kind.
What does it
Was
look
a
like?
Chinese dog?
He's a white dog, long
The what?
hair.
Long hair.
Long hair.
White
dog.
dog.
I
Wow.
saw your picture.
Oh, it's a type of dog, not the name.
Mhm,
Yeah,
yes.
it's a type of dog.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. My wife just showed me a picture. Okay, yeah. I don't know all the dogs breeds. There's so many breeds. Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
very
it's cute.
Mhm.
Very cute.
Cute.
Very cute, right? Do you have one?
Yes, I have one in China.
Oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah. How big is it? How big?
How big?
Yeah. But I was in a group with in US. She says she doesn't have any pet. So you guys don't live together in China?
Yeah, we live together. She doesn't like dog.
But she said she doesn't have any pet.
That's my pet.
Oh, that's your pet. It's not her pet.
Yeah.
It's not a family pet. Okay. I got it. You should share your pet with her. Come on. Interesting. All right. What question are you on now?
3.
All right.
Three.
Keep going. I'll be right back.
Is it legal or
Oh,
illegal?
the leash.
Le-
Leash.
So
Yeah.
if you nourish, so let the go dog go.
I don't want to say it's illegal, but it's better to control your dog this way.
Mhm.
Because if you have a dog that is really, you think is really obedient, they obey you, they don't run around, they don't bite people, they don't hurt anybody, you could do that. But if your dog attacks somebody, even a little scratch, they can make it big, they can sue you. And then the police will take the dog away from you. Animal shelter, they'll take the dog away from you.
So there is no law about this situation.
I don't think so. I've never heard of any law that says you should leash your dog all the time. Yeah, but if you go to the park and many people, it's better to have that. But if you are somewhere where you think you're alone, just with your dog and your parents, should be okay. Yeah, but to be safe, it's better to have a leash on. Okay, yeah. All right. Now, is there any one of those questions that you guys want to talk about here? Let me share my screen again. Any interesting responses that you want to share with the whole class? Did any of you say something really interesting that you want to share? No? Nothing interesting? Oh my God. Okay.
I'm allergic to dogs, so basically I can't have dog and cats.
Oh, you are allergic to dogs?
Yeah, and cats. So
And
yeah,
cats, okay.
I can't have.
How about a snake?
No.
People
It's a
use snakes
scare.
as pets, of course. Or a tiger.
Oh, that's exciting.
I don't know because I know.
Do you know Mike Tyson,
Yeah.
the boxer?
Yeah.
He has a tiger as a pet.
Wow.
And Michael Jackson used to have the python, the big snake.
Mm.
So yeah, you can get it. You can get a snake.
Thank you.
Or you can get a rat. if
I
you-
think it's very dangerous to have those kind of animals as
Mhm.
pet, but I don't know. People take those kind of animals
Yeah,
as
I
pet.
mean, it's true.
Yeah.
I would say it's more dangerous to have a tiger. A snake, I think you can remove the venom, right? When you have a snake, you can remove the venom. So even if they bite you, you don't die. But a tiger, if they're hungry, I don't know what they're gonna do, right? So I don't think I'll ever have a tiger as a pet. Okay. Let me see. So none of these. Anybody else? Something interesting? No. All right, no problem. So the next slide is this. Okay. You guys gonna go back into your groups, and this is what I want you to do. I have a list of nonprofit organizations. I have 5 here. If there is any more that you know of, which is not here, and you prefer to talk about that, it's up to you, no problem. Okay. But I got 5 here. You guys can take a screenshot because 2 of them are not in iCollege. I just added those today. Okay. So go back to your group, talk a little bit, and you decide which one you want. Now, if 2 groups choose the same, we're gonna have to make a toss up, you know. So we'll decide who goes with what. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Okay. And when you decide today which organization you're gonna talk about, your homework will be to begin collecting information about that organization. Not today. It's due on January 17th. It doesn't matter how much information you got, but I want you to begin at least getting some information about that nonprofit.
You say January 17. January 17 will be Sunday.
Yeah, you got posted in iCollege.
No, the presentation.
No, just information.
Ah, okay.
Just collect some information and post it in iCollege. I want to make sure you're beginning to do some research.
Okay, in group.
Yeah, in your group, decide to post the research,
Perfect.
the information that you got.
Okay.
It
But
doesn't
my
have to
group has
be
already
detailed.
chosen.
It doesn't have to be detailed. It doesn't have to be beautiful. You know, I just want to know that you are starting your research. Okay. All right. No limit. So you can post 10 pages if you want. I just want to know if you're doing some research already. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So everybody understands. I'm going to put you back in your groups and you guys talk, decide which organization you want to talk about. If the one you want to talk about is not here, let me know. I'll add it. All right, good. So let's go back. Open again.